Welcome to the deep dive. So, if you're like many of us, you've probably shelled out good money for that supposed miracle cream,
Mm-hmm.
looked in the mirror the next morning, and, well, felt completely underwhelmed, right?
Totally. Yeah.
Maybe your skin still looked kind of dull, tired, just lacking that
But
spark.
exactly.
Today, we're actually setting aside all the product hype. Our dive is into the holistic stuff, the mechanisms behind what we call inner radiance.
Yeah.
That glow that doesn't just come from a jar, but from what's really going on deep inside your body.
That's the critical shift, isn't it? We really need to make that connection. We're unpacking the secrets to keeping skin luminous, especially focusing on the changes that happen, in your 30s, 40s, 50s.
Right, because things do change.
They do. The skin gets this incredible character as we mature, which is wonderful, but it definitely needs a more intentional, tailored approach.
Yeah, okay.
And the core idea from the research, the big realization, is that aiming for truly radiant skin is actually a profound act of self-compassion.
Oh, I like that framing.
Yeah. So our mission today is to guide you through that interconnected balance, the internal stuff like sleep, stress, diet, and how that works with your external routine, maybe even simplifying it.
Okay, let's unpack that. Let's start with maybe the most basic factor, but also the one lots of people seem to overlook when they're reaching for like complex serums.
Yeah.
Just plain old hydration.
Yes. Water.
The data we looked at shows this immediate, like undeniable link. If you forget to drink enough water one day, your skin can look dull or pale the very next morning. It's that fast.
It is. And what's fascinating here, almost hard to believe, is the finding that getting enough water can sometimes be more effective than the most expensive serum you can buy.
Wow, okay. More effective.
It sounds wild, I know.
Okay.
But think about the mechanism. Water keeps your skin cells alive, plumped up,
Mhm.
vital. Topical hydration, creams and things, they can only do so much if the inside is lacking.
Right.
If the cells underneath are basically thirsty, the surface is going to look sort of collapsed and dull. No cream can fully fix that from the outside.
It sounds so simple, but consistency is the tricky part, isn't it?
Mm.
Do people really need to treat drinking water like this complicated daily task? I mean, are we talking phone reminders, carrying a massive thermos everywhere?
Well, unfortunately for a lot of us, yeah, the research really highlights that the struggle isn't knowing you should drink water. Everyone knows that.
Sure.
It's keeping it up consistently all day long.
Mm-hmm.
It just has to become a deliberate habit. And for many people, that does mean using a reminder or, having that big water bottle staring at you all
A
day.
visual cue.
Exactly. Think
Mhm.
of it as the simple foundational miracle for keeping those cells vibrant. It's step zero.
Okay, step zero. Got it. So if water is the liquid foundation, let's talk about the solid structure, what we're actually eating.
Yeah.
Moving from hydration, the idea that skin literally starts on the plate.
Precisely. And we identified 4 key miracle nutrients that kept popping up for skin health. Vitamin C, vitamin E, zinc, and those omega-3 fatty acids.
Right.
These aren't just general health boosters. They play really specific roles in the skin's integrity and its radiance factor.
And the research gave such a specific, like, actionable breakfast idea, which I loved. It was orange, avocado, and walnuts in the morning.
Yeah.
That's hitting your C, E, and omegas all in one go. Why is that particular trio so powerful for, keeping skin structure strong and looking plump?
Well, it's all about the cellular architecture and defense systems.
Mm.
Vitamin C is absolutely critical. It's a cofactor for collagen synthesis.
Okay, so it helps build it.
It helps your body actually make and maintain the collagen structure that keeps skin firm.
Mm-hmm.
Then you've got vitamin E and the omega-3s, which you get loads of in avocado and walnuts.
Yeah.
They focus intensely on the skin barrier function.
Ah, the barrier.
Yep. They help reduce inflammation systemically, and crucially, they make sure moisture stays locked in the skin. So you're essentially eating your way to a more resilient, sustained glow.
That makes sense. Beyond those heavy hitters, we should probably also mention just generally upping your intake of green vegetables, right?
Absolutely. Always a good baseline.
But, okay, if diet is the foundation, we also have to talk about the things that actively, sort of, tear it down. And the ultimate internal saboteur seems to be sugar.
Oh, definitely. This is where you see both short-term and long-term consequences, and neither is good. Short-term, eating too much sugar immediately impacts how your skin looks.
How so?
It leads to that tired look, a real loss of radiance, mostly because it messes with your glycemic balance, causing spikes and crashes.
Okay, that's the immediate effect. But what about the long-term structural damage? We hear a lot about sugar being this unseen culprit behind premature aging.
Right, that's because of a process called advanced glycation end products. They literally call them AGs.
AGCs.
Yeah. Basically, sugar molecules attach themselves to proteins like collagen and elastin, the crucial ones for skin structure. They make these proteins stiff, brittle, and weak. Yeah. This structural breakdown speeds up the formation of wrinkles, both fine lines and deeper ones. So you're not just getting a dull look for a day, you're actively accelerating the structural aging of your skin.
Wow. That really puts skipping the, processed sweets into a whole new light. What's the advice then? Total ban or just being smarter?
Smarter choices, definitely.
Oh,
It's about managing the impact. Swap those refined sugars for things that don't cause such a harsh glycemic spike, like using dates for sweetness or enjoying really high cacao dark chocolate in moderation.
but there are alternatives.
Exactly.
Right.
Minimize the sudden harsh sugar rush into your system.
Okay. And speaking of internal sabotage, we absolutely have to talk about rest, sleep.
Oh, yes.
Our research called getting 7 to 8 hours of quality sleep the most simple yet most miraculous thing you can do for your skin. It's when all that cell repair
The
happens.
term beauty sleep is totally scientifically sound. It's not just a myth. When you sleep, your skin goes into major repair mode.
Yeah.
Blood flow increases. Cell turnover ramps up.
Yeah.
It's prime time for regeneration.
But there's a modern problem undermining this, isn't there? Blue light.
The modern menace. Yes.
I wonder how many people listening right now have their phone like 6 inches from their face, scrolling just before bed.
Probably a lot.
The material we looked at is clear. That blue light, especially from screens right before sleep, hits us twice. It messes with sleep quality, and it directly impacts the skin barrier's health.
It's a real double whammy. Blue light interferes with melatonin production, which you need for that deep, restorative sleep.
Right.
But the research also points to direct stress on the skin cells themselves. It seems to impair the skin barrier's ability to protect itself from damage during the day.
So what's the fix? Sounds simple, but maybe hard to do.
Simple but requires discipline. Put the phone, tablet, any screen away, ideally in another room, 1 full hour before you plan to actually sleep.
An hour. Okay.
That one change can dramatically optimize that crucial repair window for your skin and your brain.
And it feels like all these internal things, the water, the food, the sleep, they all kind of converge on this idea of emotional health showing up physically on your skin.
Precisely. The sources drew a very direct line. Chronic stress, maybe combined with poor diet choices, often made under stress.
Yeah, comfort food.
Exactly. It has direct negative effects on the skin barrier and just how your skin looks overall. High cortisol often shows up as inflammation, redness, a compromised barrier that looks tired, maybe even reactive.
And they gave that example of stress reduction, specifically through things like meditation, leading to visibly calmer, more balanced skin.
Hmm.
So, that inner glow we're chasing is really about translating internal calm into physical health you can actually see.
Yeah.
If you're running on empty, stressed out, no cream can fully mask that, can it?
It really can't. That's
Oh,
the
yeah.
truth. We're basically asking our skin to reflect our internal state of balance.
Mm.
If we're fundamentally unbalanced inside, the skin is often the first place it shows.
Okay. So once we've hopefully started sorting out the plate, the pillow, and the mental landscape, then we can talk about external strategies,
Yeah.
defense and delivery.
Yes. Now we build the outer layer.
Let's start with the absolute non-negotiable sun protection. I know everyone knows they need sunscreen, but the misconceptions just keep going, don't they?
They really do. And honestly, this needs repeating until it sinks in for absolutely everyone. Sunscreen isn't just for sunny beach days or high summer.
Right. People think clouds protect them or it's fine in winter.
That's the dangerous misconception. UV rays the ones that do the damage. Ultraviolet A and B radiation, they penetrate clouds. They even penetrate glass, like your car window or office window.
Wow.
This exposure is cumulative, and it's the single biggest controllable factor in visible skin aging. Pigmentation, wrinkles, loss of elasticity, a lot of it comes down to sun exposure over time.
So no ifs, ands, or buts. Year-round commitment.
Daily use.
Mm.
Minimum broad spectrum SPF 50. Think of it like brushing your teeth. It's your insurance policy against premature aging and skin damage. It takes 5 seconds and genuinely pays off for decades.
5 seconds for decades. Good pitch. Okay, the next key external strategy highlighted was something called the three-region care.
Ah, yes.
This flags a major oversight many of us make, focusing obsessively on the face and completely forgetting what's right next door.
It creates that visual disconnect, doesn't it?
Mm.
People spend a fortune on amazing facial products, serums, treatments, and then stop dead at the jawline. They ignore the neck, the décolletage, that chest area, and crucially, the hands.
And the hands often show age first, right?
The source is stated explicitly. Hands are often one of the very first places to betray your age. They get so much sun exposure, often unprotected, and show thinning skin, damage, and pigment spots sometimes long before the face does.
That makes total sense. And the skin on the neck and chest is pretty delicate too, and just as exposed.
Exactly. It's exposed daily,
Yeah.
rarely gets the same quality ingredients applied to it, and almost never gets consistent sun protection.
So adopting this three-region care idea means basically.
Extending everything downwards. Ensure every step of your routine cleansing, serums, moisturizer, and especially sunscreen goes from your face, down your neck, right across your chest area. It's about achieving a more homogeneous, vibrant look that doesn't just, stop abruptly.
Right, a unified front. Okay, so let's get into the specifics of what to put on those three regions. Active ingredients. Now that we're defending the skin with SPF, what are the morning and evening powerhouses for someone hitting their 30s, 40s, 50s?
Okay, so the suggested morning ritual was pretty consistent across the board. Cleansing, maybe a hydrating tonic, then a vitamin C serum, followed by moisturizer, and of course sunscreen.
Vitamin C seems to be the star player in the morning.
It really is. It's a potent antioxidant, which is great for daytime protection against environmental stressors.
And what are the specific benefits? You mentioned it has sort of a dual action.
Yeah, two key things. First, it helps support that vital collagen production we talked about earlier, keeping things firm.
Okay.
Second, and this is crucial for that radiance aspect, it actively works to lighten existing dark spots, hyperpigmentation, and just improves overall skin clarity. It gives that more immediate look of brightness. It really wakes up the skin.
Wakes up the skin.
Yeah.
Nice. Okay, so that's the morning defender. Then when the sun goes down, we switch gears from defense to more intense repair, right?
Exactly.
And the undisputed evening workhorse for tackling fine lines, texture, that kind of thing, it has to be retinol.
Retinol or retinoids more broadly.
Yeah.
They're the gold standard, really.
Yeah.
They speed up cell turnover, boost collagen, and help reduce the appearance of lines and uneven texture over time. But, and this is a big but,
Uh-oh. Here come the warnings.
yes, this is not a product you just slap on liberally from day one. It comes with really critical cautions. We absolutely have to stress how to start using it properly.
Okay, lay it on us. How do you start?
Retinol is powerful. It can cause irritation, redness, sensitivity, even peeling, especially if you introduce it too quickly or use too much.
So low and slow.
Very low and slow.
Mhm.
The sources strongly suggest starting just twice a week, maybe a Monday and a Thursday night, on non-consecutive nights. Use only a pea-sized amount for the whole face or face, neck, chest if you're doing the 3-region care.
Got it. Twice a week? Pea size? Then what?
Then you wait. See how your skin reacts over a few weeks. If it handles it well, no major irritation, you could slowly increase the frequency, maybe to 3 nights a week. You have to listen to your skin. If it feels tight, burns, looks really red, you need to back off immediately. Give it a break.
Listen to your skin. Good advice. And there's one absolutely non-negotiable warning that goes hand in hand with any retinol use, isn't there?
This is mandatory, non-negotiable. Anyone using retinol or any retinoid must apply a high SPF broad-spectrum sunscreen the following morning, every single morning,
Yeah.
without fail.
Why is that so critical?
Because retinol makes your skin significantly more photosensitive. It increases its vulnerability to sun damage. So if you use retinol at night and then skip sunscreen the next day, you could actually be doing more harm than good. You risk severe sunburn, increased hyperpigmentation, basically undoing all the potential benefits.
That's a crucial trade-off then. Powerful results demand powerful defense the next day.
Exactly. They work as a team.
Okay. Beyond those heavy-hitting actives like C and retinol, the research also mentioned a couple of simpler, maybe more natural options like DIY masks as sort of occasional boosts.
Yeah, sometimes simple kitchen staples can be great supplemental treatments.
Mhm.
Gentle nourishment. They mentioned honey and yogurt mixed together that makes a lovely, gentle mask for softening the skin and supporting the barrier.
Nice. Simple.
Another one suggested for a quick brightening effect was a simple paste using rose water and rice flour. These are great additions, maybe once a week or so, but they also kind of reinforce the overall philosophy for the routine.
Which was that less but effective principle.
Exactly that. The emphasis should be on having fewer products that are really well chosen, targeted, and effective for your specific skin needs and concerns, rather than just bombarding your skin with, 10 different serums and creams every night.
Yeah, the more is more approach doesn't always work for skin.
Often it backfires. When you use too many different products, especially too many actives at once, you really risk compromising and damaging that crucial skin barrier. And the barrier is what actually gives you that healthy, resilient, naturally glowing look in the first place. So focused, targeted care almost always wins.
Okay, let's try and synthesize this. The core message of this deep dive for you, the listener, seems to be true radiance is fundamentally an inside-out job. It's this essential mix of finding inner balance, which means really prioritizing hydration, keeping sugar intake mindful, getting enough good quality sleep, managing stress, and combining that with a pretty simple, focused external plan. And that external plan mainly involves diligent daily SPF 50, and then targeted active ingredients like vitamin C in the morning And maybe introducing retinol carefully in the evening.
It really is a shift in perspective. It's
Yeah.
about recognizing that aging happens, and that's okay.
Mm.
We really liked the philosophical conclusion in the sources. Every line tells a story. Every pore is an experience. That's beautiful.
Yeah.
But the key is keeping the skin itself vital, resilient, healthy, and actually loving it through the process. Ultimately, caring for your skin isn't vanity. It's a really important, high-value form of self-care and self-love.
That is genuinely the perfect place to pause, I think. And maybe here's a final provocative thought for you to take away this week.
Ooh, okay.
Since we know stress heavily impacts the skin barrier, and the research suggests things like meditation can help restore that internal balance, maybe the most effective skincare step you could take today isn't actually applying another expensive cream, but maybe just pausing for 5 deep breaths or actually taking that quiet 10-minute coffee break away from your desk. So the question is, what small internal habit could you perhaps change or introduce this week to truly enhance your physical glow from the inside out?